Oh wow, Payday 3? Christ, I remember playing Payday 2 all the time. Didn't that get like a bunch of DLC? Oh, wow. That's a lot of content. When did this game come out again? 10 years? Payday 2 has almost had content for 10 years? And they're still going? This can't be a good business strategy. Look, if I was making a sequel to a popular game, I'd want to at least have a break for a year or two so I can sit down and think of some new ideas. And also, you know, give the players a break so they can play literally anything else. I feel like they're needlessly shooting themselves in the foot doing this. Think about it. Payday 3 is going to launch with a small amount of content when compared to Payday 2, and the last DLC could launch a month or two before the new game is released, which might burn out a lot of the player base. I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but I guarantee you, when the game comes out, you'll see a couple of reviewers say, this game is fine, but why would I want to play Payday 3 when I could get Payday 2, which has some new content already? You know, thinking about it, I'm surprised no one's really tried to make a Payday clone recently. I mean, it's popular enough, so it should have happened by now.
Hey there, kiddo! Say, did you say Crimeboss Rocky City?
No.
Here you go!
Oh, what is this? I'm not paying for this.
That's okay. Fuck. I already stole the money from your wallet!
What?
Your money is already mine!
Get out.
Oh, look at that! It's fuck off o'clock! I better get out of here! That is such a stupid name for a game, Christ almighty.
Crimeboss Rocky City. Yeah, he's right, that title is stupid. If you have no idea what this is, I don't blame you. This game kinda came out of nowhere at the end of the last Game Awards. It was revealed like it was some special event when in reality, it was a trailer that just revealed a cast for an upcoming game. And the only reason they showed that off is because it was a lot of famous actors like Michael Madsen, Danny Glover, Michael Rooker, Chuck Norris, and Vanilla Ice. What? Besides confusing the hell out of me, the initial trailer didn't really explain what the game was. From the artwork, people confused it with a GTA clone, but digging a bit deeper, there was a gameplay reveal showcase on YouTube shortly after, which, I mean, from the looks of the comments, didn't really garner the reaction the devs were expecting. This looks like Payday. Is it Payday? Is that chains? Look, as easy as it would be for me to sit here for the next 20 minutes repeating the phrase, this is just Payday 2, Payday 2 did this better, and so on, I'm gonna skim over that. It's clearly a Payday clone. Pointing this out on repeat would be kinda boring, but I might make the odd comparison. Let me be clear, I'm not here to defend the game, it's clear not everyone likes it, but with the game being on sale for initially £21 for pre-order, I couldn't resist. And I mean, I guess it kinda paid off because I'm having some fun with it. No, it's not a Payday killer. Let's be real here, the only people who can actually kill Payday 2 at this point would be the creators themselves, and they've already come close to this twice. Crimeboss certainly has its moments, and elements of the game are actually kind of fun. If you've played Payday 2 to death, you probably won't get much of a kick out of this. It feels like a Payday-like kind of game, and just a fair warning, the performance right now is an absolute mess. Although I can excuse it because The Last of Us came out the same day and yeah, that's gone down well. Crimeboss consists of 3 game modes, a single player roguelike, your standard online co-op mode, and another co-op mode which is called Urban Legends, which of all things reminds me of Spec Ops from Modern Warfare 2. The online heist mode is fine, it definitely feels like an uphill battle as the starting characters, well, frankly suck, and unlocking better ones isn't exactly straightforward either. You can buy some down the line, but the best ones are locked behind beating the Urban Legend mode with a perfect score, and I think some are also locked to the single player. Did you ever think that Payday 2 was overcrowded with its, Jesus Christ, 20 heisters? Well, Crimeboss has a ton of them, and they have rarities, which reminds me of those free-to-play mobile games where you'd start with the most basic and generic character who looks, frankly, horrid. But as you go up in the rarities, the character designs look way better. Luckily, without burning a hole in your pocket this time. Plus, each character has their own stats, like Marshmallow. Yeah, you heard me. There is a heister in this game that has a perk called Marshmallow. And there's also a British guy in it called Cracker, which, I don't know, it was kind of funny to point out while I was writing this video. The one issue I have with the online mode is that if you lose a heister, because you've either failed the mission or you die, the character's just gone. But the rarer ones, aka the better ones, you have to pay a certain price to get them back, and apparently that price can increase the more times you die, which, I'll be blunt, is terrible. I feel like for online it should just be a one-time payout and then that's it. If you really want to have that kind of gameplay mechanic in, you should just make it so they're unavailable for a mission or two so they can recover. You already have to pay quite a lot of money to do the better heists in this mode, so adding this on top of it is just going to make the entire game more of a drag. Which is ironic when you consider the game mode is called Quick Play, but I mean, the AI is cool because they can actually do stuff, like move bags and secure loot. Payday 2 doesn't have that. You can make them carry a bag, but it's not the same. The single player mode is like a roguelike where you attempt to take over the city. Think Saints Row meets Galactic Conquest from Star Wars Battlefront. You'll have different territories you can take over and defend in turf wars, opposing crews you can overthrow or make temporary truces with, and various opportunities to make some money. And I really like this mode, which sounds weird when you consider this is a Payday clone, which is primarily a 4-player co-op shooter, and this mode could have easily implemented an online mode as well. So I'm not entirely sure why they didn't do that. One of the aspects I really like about this mode as well is the emphasis of risk over reward. The main character in this story, Travis, is actually a playable character and you can bring him into most of the missions, which provides you with better experience. But this comes with the risk of failing a run entirely, because if he dies, that's it. Game over. It's back to the start for you. I'm not exactly sure how much of the game resets when you have to start the campaign again, because unlike most people, I'm a gamer. No, I haven't died yet, and I'm not really interested in finding out either. The only thing I kind of hope they do is add an option to skip the cutscenes, because
Yellow's gone. You skipped town.
yeah, they're pretty bad. And I think this is something that's going to become more common with games over the next few years due to recent events. More in smaller studios rather than AAA titles. But regardless of that, that does not excuse Chuck Norris.
So...
Yes, LT.
Time to step it up?
Baker time.
Come on, what is that? Issues aside, I think Crimeboss is fun. It's nothing special and doesn't really try to break the boundaries. At most, it tries to put a twist on the formula we already know, and just misses the mark. End of the day, it is just a standard heisting game with banks, jewelry stores, turf wars, and go to Vietnam. What? I'm sorry, I can't glance over that. You can't just throw me into a heisting game with a level set in Vietnam, only for me to play it for a few minutes, not understand what was going on, and then just end. This is ridiculous. I mean, what's next? A heister based off Neil Armstrong and you fight aliens on the moon? Actually, keep that in.